और आपके नारे के बाद अब मैं इस हाउस की जो लीडर ऑफ हाउस हैं, इस तकरीब की जो जान हैं, शम्मे महफिल कह सकते हैं, वो तशरीफ़ लाने लगी हैं। तो उनका जो सिटिंग प्लेस है और यहाँ तक आने में कोई लंबा फासला नहीं है। तो आपकी बहुत सारी तालियों में मैं गुजारिश करूँगा हर एक्सीलेंसी एम्बेसडर ऑफ पाकिस्तान कि वो तशरीफ़ लाएँ और जनाब सदर पाकिस्तान आसिफ अली जरदारी साहब का पैगाम भी पढ़ें और अपने ख्यालात का भी इज़हार करें। आपकी बहुत सारी तालियाँ।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम मेरे बहुत ही अज़ीज़ हम वतनों, यहाँ पे मुकीम पाकिस्तानियों, मेरे भाइयों, बेटों, माओं, बच्चों और पाकिस्तान से आए हुए मेरे बहुत ही काबिल एहतराम जस्टिस शहराम सरवर जो लाहौर हाई कोर्ट के सिटिंग जज हैं। हमारे दरमियान यहाँ की पार्लियामेंट में नॉर्वेजियन रिप्रेजेंटेटिव बट ऑफ पाकिस्तान ओरिजिन आबिद राजा मौजूद हैं। हमारे दरमियान आज नहीं नॉर्वे को पाकिस्तानी ओरिजिन के पॉलिटिशियन रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे, बहुत दहाइयों पहले से उन्होंने रिप्रेजेंट किया। अख्तर चौधरी साहब मौजूद हैं, डेकोरेटेड पॉलिटिशियन हैं पाकिस्तान से सितारे कायदे आज़म के साथ। हमारे पास पाकिस्तानी ओरिजिन के राइटर भी मौजूद हैं, खालिद महमूद साहब, अगेन डेकोरेटेड माशाल्लाह। हमारे पास खालिद नज़ीर भट्ट साहब मौजूद हैं, डेकोरेटेड नॉर्वेजियन ऑफ पाकिस्तानी ओरिजिन। हमारे दरमियान एक और शख्सियत मौजूद हैं जिनको रिसेंटली डेकोरेट किया गया है और उनकी साइटेशन हम ड्यूरिंग कोर्स आपको पढ़ के सुनाएंगे, मिस्टर कनूट ऑस्टबी। एंड आई एम सॉरी आई एम स्पीकिंग इन उर्दू। I hope by dint of your 9-year stay in Pakistan, perhaps you can make out a little bit. I'll try to speak in English when it really matters to you, but otherwise please allow me to speak to my compatriots in my language, because this is our day today. This is our Independence Day. This is Pakistan Zindabad Day. And this day especially assumes a bigger significance because this year, this day falls in a year when we fought a marka-e-haq, which means fight for the truth, and that we fought in May against our eastern neighbors' aggression. And that marka-e-haq that really testified what Iqbal said many years ago, खो हल्का यारां तो बरेशम की तरह नर्म, रज़्मे हक़ व बातिल हो तो फौलाद है मोमिन। तो हमने फौलादी दीवार की तरह, हमने बुनियानन मरसूस की तरह, हमने सीसा पिलाई दीवार की तरह जब हमने अपने दुश्मन को मुँह तोड़ जवाब दिया, तो वो उस अहद की तजदीद थी जो 78 ईयर पहले हमारे आबाओ अजदाद ने बेइंतहा कुर्बानियाँ दे के आपके लिए वो मुल्क हासिल किया। उस मुल्क में आपका दिल आज भी धड़कता है। वो इस बात से आया है कि आप सब जब 50 साल पहले या उससे भी थोड़ा पहले यहाँ आकर बसे, अपने कंट्री ऑफ ओरिजिन को छोड़ा तो कंट्री ऑफ चॉइस में यहाँ पे आपने अपना घर तो बनाया, लेकिन दिल जो पीछे थे आपने वो तल्लुक़ नहीं तोड़ा और अपनी जो नई नस्लें यहाँ पे पैदा हुई उनके साथ आपने अपनी सकाफ़त को, अपनी अक़दार को, अपनी रवायात को ज़िंदा रखा। आज जो सबसे छोटी उम्र का शायद 1 साला या 2 साला बच्चा भी इधर होगा, कभी कभी चंद माह के बच्चे भी माओं के साथ आए होते हैं, तो वो पाकिस्तान की कंटिन्यूटी है नॉर्वे में। और ये कंटिन्यूटी जो है, ये जो 2 मुल्कों के दरमियान तल्लुकात हैं, इनकी मजबूती का सेहरा आपको जाता है। मैं आज के दिन की मुनासबत से आपको भी इसके लिए सलाम पेश करती हूँ। मैं अपने ख्यालात की जो रो है, जो हमेशा की तरह आपको पता है कि वो एक्सटेम्परी होती है, मैं लिखी तकरीर कर ही नहीं सकती, उसको मैं यहाँ पे रोकूंगी क्योंकि मेरे साथ सफ़ीर पाकिस्तान की हैसियत में मैं सदर पाकिस्तान की जो एक ज़िम्मेदारी है वो अपने साथ लेके चलती हूँ। तो जब तक मैं आपको सदर पाकिस्तान का जो पैगाम है आज दिन की मुनासबत से वो मैं आप तक तक नहीं पहुंचा लूं, मेरी जिम्मेदारी अदा नहीं हो सकती। तो मैं अब वो आप तक पहुंचाती हूं, प्लीज़ आप उसको गौर से सुनिए। एंड आई कोट प्रेसिडेंट आसिफ अली जरदारी साहब का ये पैगाम है। टुडे एज वी सेलिब्रेट द 78th independence anniversary of our beloved homeland, I extend heartfelt congratulations to all Pakistanis at home and abroad. This day is a reminder of the courage, unity, and sacrifices that led to the creation of Pakistan. Today, the entire nation pays homage to our founding fathers, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, and the workers of the Pakistan movement for their struggle and sacrifices. We celebrate this Independence Day with a sense of renewed pride and hope. Recently, our nation has reaffirmed its strength, resolve, and unity in the face of external aggression. Our success in Marka-e-Haq and Operation Bunyanun Marsoos is a landmark moment in our history. It was a demonstration of unshakable national will, professional excellence, and united purpose. Faced with unjustified Indian aggression, Pakistan responded with clarity, courage, and restraint. The world witnessed a nation that is peace-loving, but fully capable of defending its sovereignty and territorial integrity. This victory has given our people a sense of renewed confidence. It has lifted the morale of the people, restored faith in our institutions, and enhanced Pakistan's stature on the global stage. Today, the world sees Pakistan as a country that seeks peace but does not bow to coercion. But this moment is about more than military success. It is a reminder of what we can achieve when we are united, focused, and committed to a common goal. Let us now channel this spirit into our economic revival, educational reform, technological advancement, institutional development, and environmental resilience. The same discipline, courage, and clarity that led to our recent success against India can lead us toward victory in eradicating poverty, creating opportunities for our people, and building a just and inclusive society. On this day, we also express solidarity with the people of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Their courage and struggle for justice and their right to self-determination remain close to our hearts. Pakistan will continue to extend its unwavering diplomatic, moral, and political support until their right to self-determination is realized. Let this Independence Day be a turning point in our history. Let us rise beyond our deviance and stand together for a Pakistan that is built on justice, equality, faith, and service to all. May Allah be our guide and supporter. Ameen, and I unquote. Ladies and gentlemen, I have already recognized the distinguished guests among us. There are many really distinguished guests who are the youth, who are the future of Pakistan, as Quaid-e-Azam said, the builders. They will be presenting in front of you different cultural performances. And I won't be standing long between them and you. But I will take this opportunity only to share with you some successes which, as your mission, as Pakistan's mission in Norway, we strived during the course of previous year. Because last year when I received you here, I was very proud to tell you that how Pakistan was excluded from Norway's threat list when many other countries stood intact. And that redefining of Norway's security perception about Pakistan, that was a big diplomatic success. Today, I am equally proud to share with you that that exclusion was not just a one-time affair. We continued to work with the Norwegians, and they realized that that previous inclusion of Pakistan in the threat list was uncalled for, and they continued to remain Pakistan out of that list during 2025 threat perception as well. So that is again a big diplomatic success which I wanted to share with you. One ramification of that inclusion was that the doors of research, higher education in sensitive technology, those were closed for Pakistanis in a said or unsaid way. And we have Professor Ali Sharik from NTNU, who has come all the way along from Hovik to attend for the first time this function. He can testify that how many difficulties our researchers and higher education aspirants were facing because of that bar. And I'm happy to share that that bar is also now lifted. The last stone is now unturned because Telenor Open Mind program, which gives the youth here, Pakistanis living in Norway, to seek jobs, and the job training program via NAV, that was not open for Pakistanis. Those who had aspired for it, they know. And now I am, by the grace of Allah, I'm happy and proud to share with you that that bar has also been removed. The official web page of Telenor Open Mind has been updated, and you can now go and submit your applications very easily. I am also happy to share with you that was a concern of many Pakistanis, that with the institution of tuition fees in Norway for higher education, that may be a trouble now for low income or those Pakistanis coming to Norway who previously found it an attractive destination because of no fees, but now with the institution of fees. So we continue to convey these concerns to Norwegian authorities, and I am again happy to share with you that from this year onward, Norway has instituted a new program called Nordstrip, which is a scholarship scheme for developing countries. They have devised it only for 38 countries, and Pakistan is included in it. These are 200 scholarships for which, on merit, the brilliant Pakistanis can now go and compete. In the Prime Minister's message, Pakistan's achievements in the domain of IT sector were mentioned. Yes, in Norway, I can share with you the tremendous figures. When we came here and I contacted our IT industry, honestly, I couldn't find an appetite for them to come and explore Norway. And here in Norway, how they could have known about our IT potential had our companies not come here. So I exhorted them. There was a tremendous participation in Oslo Innovation Week of 2023. There was another tremendous participation during 2024, when the visibility and credibility was established, businesses were generated, and PSEB figures, Pakistan Software Export Control Board figures, tell that there has been a 413% increase in Pakistan's IT and IT enabling services from Pakistan to Norway. Figure is meager, from 9 million to 47.2 million, but the ratio of increase is very high. So IT is, yes, an emerging field. And the last emerging field of Pakistan-Norway cooperation I wanted to share with you, which is an achievement of previous year, that is in the maritime cooperation. Pakistan signed Hong Kong Convention for safe handling of recycling of ships. We have shipyards in Gadani. We can do it. We have a strategic advantage because when for recycling the Western ships. They turn Indian Ocean. Pakistan is strategically located as the first country. So our shipyards should be in condition to catch those incoming vessels for decommissioning. But the capacity wasn't commensurate. With Norway, we have entered into a memorandum of understanding under aegis of International Maritime Organization that they will help in capacity building of our shipyards, and that will definitely lead into another success in blue economy in Pakistan. So with these words, because you look up to the Safarat Khana, you look up to the mission only perhaps for consular services, but there are many, many things beyond consular services which the embassy is doing behind these windows and doors. Still, we have deep regard for your consular expectations also. So I am happy to share that and for this elderly and older citizens who had come when there was no Nadra in Pakistan, when there were no biometrics in Pakistan, and now they wanted to have ID cards and they were stuck at the biometric issue. They couldn't go back to Pakistan to get those done. There was a need to have a Nadra center here, and like I promised you when I came here to sort out the dual nationality issue, reclamation of dual nationality issue, that was done. Now there is no backlog. Same way I promised with you about biometric resolution issue, and from this year, since May, we have a fully functional Nadra counter in the embassy. So with these words, I thank you, and I thank Hum Sabka Pakistan for putting the future program together for us, Urdu School, for preparing the children to bring that program in front of you. I am thankful to One Army Oslo Radio's chief executive, who is now not only radio but a TV service as well, Mr. Arshad Wahid Chaudhary, and all other ethnic media representatives. If I don't announce your name, so you should believe हम रूहे सफ़र हैं, हमें नामों से ना पहचान, कल किसी और नाम से आ जाएंगे हम लोग, but you are, but I say this wouldn't have reached millions. Through you all, through your cameras, through your antennas, it reaches to many. So thank you for rendering this invaluable service. So I recognize all media, I recognize my distinguished guests again, and in the end I recognize the tireless services of my entire team, which is behind me, without whose invaluable support, I would not have been able to pronounce all these achievements which I am listing to you. And they have worked throughout last whole night to put this arena to make it Pakistan representative for you. And when I say this, how I can forget the patriotic decor of Haider Ali and Andila Ewan, who despite their ill health, they are the decorators here, they have a company here, but their patriotic decor is that they have offered whenever there will be Pakistan function, they will be decorating the arena. So my thanks to them as well. And again, Hum Sabka Pakistan, Pakistan Zindabad. And I request for your patience to continue with the next program because children have made a lot of effort.